morning I went to a spin class, and one of the instructors thought it would be so fun to play all 70s music today. And so as he was playing ABBA, I'm Gonna Live Forever, that is ABBA, right? I think it is. I was thinking about what I was going to talk to you about today. And what we're going to talk about is hangups that people have, and especially people with chronic illness like you have, about getting older, and how the fear around aging can impact your life and how you live your life. So I'm going to start out telling you two quotes. The very first one is from Sophia Loren, and she says, "There is a fountain of youth. It is your mind, your talents, the creativity you bring to your life and the lives of people you love. When you learn to tap this source, you will truly have defeated age." Now, I don't think we need to necessarily defeat age, but maybe we need to redefine your relationship with your age and your aging body, okay? And Albert Einstein says, "Do not grow old, no matter how long you live. Never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which we were born." And I think that both of these quotes set up such a great stage for thinking about how you might want to refine what you think about age. I remember back in, I believe it was 2016, there was an amazing food blogger, YouTuber. I believe her name is Rachel Farnsworth from the Stay at Home Chef. And she had gotten a pretty terrible comment on one of her videos that somebody had noticed that she had gray hair. And they said, "You really should dye those hairs. You look like an old hag." And she went on, I remember watching this when it came out. It was pretty viral. I think maybe 2016, 2017. And she said, "Hey, I've actually been diagnosed with an autoimmune condition and had a lot of health challenges pretty much my whole life. And my husband has asked that I don't color my hair because we want to experience every single bit of aging that we can, because I don't know if I'm going to live to be old with the conditions that I have." And while that is such a sweet and heartwarming story, and it really shifted how I thought about aging, I just want to bring to light, maybe not even from even such a sense of scarcity about like, oh, I don't know how much time I'm going to get, but really thinking about what is it that I think about my body as I get older, and how is that impacting me, and how do I want to create from a place of abundance, okay? So I was also teaching a class earlier today with this cute teen, and we were talking about the difference between facts and opinions. And in the self-coaching model that I love to teach about, there are facts, there are circumstances that happen in the world, and then any of our opinions, the thoughts that we have, create our feelings, and in turn drive our actions and create the results that we have in our lives, okay? So I was telling her there's some things that people say or people think, and they will believe that their thoughts are facts. And one of these things, I think, is that people have thoughts about their bodies, and you might too. I know that I have had this in the past before, that people will tell me, "Oh yeah, this or that is happening, and it's because I'm getting older." And the part that they don't say after the "I'm getting older" part is "and that must mean things are getting worse." I want you to pay attention to this when this comes up for you, because this is the height of being in a scarcity mindset, that the further you go into the future, the worse things are going to get for your body physically, emotionally, mentally. Now, yes, we do end up passing away. We die. It is a part of the circle of life. I get that. But what you don't understand when you are looking to the future and talking badly about your body getting older, things breaking down, things not working as well as they used to, your body getting worn out and having more aches and pains, your body's listening. Your body can hear you say that. So if you are having those kinds of thoughts, I want you to be thinking, what do I feel when I say that? Like, oh, I'm just getting older. That just means things are getting a little bit worse. There's some sort of fear. There's some sort of scarcity. There's some sort of Sometimes even regret about like, oh, it was better back then. I should have been content then. Because now things, people tell me all the time, oh, Shelby, you know what to do. Just don't get older. And I pull a little bit of a Rachel Farnsworth because I will tell them, I say, I'm excited for every single year I get. It's funny. I think I throw them off a little bit when it's my birthday. They're like, oh, another year. I'm like, yeah, I get another year. And people are not used to this, somebody that thinks from this kind of mindset. It is a different way to relate to the world for sure. But I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I get to experience this because from the scarcity, I have seen what it's like to stare death in the face and not know how many more birthdays that I was going to get. So yeah, I do have gratitude because nobody's promised a single day. You are not promised tomorrow. We don't know what will happen. That's kind of the beauty of life. But when you start to sink into this realizing and recognizing that each moment that you get is a gift, it shows up differently in your body. You can tell the energy changes in your body when you are looking forward to the future and also believing that things are going to get better. I've said it on the podcast before and I will say it again. My 30s were rough. I was diagnosed with kidney failure at 31 and I went through a lot of massive changes with my body. All of my 30s. I just turned 40 in July. And over the past few years of understanding my emotions, how they show up in my body, and understanding and navigating how my nervous system behaves and learning how to regulate my nervous system, I feel like I'm aging in reverse. And I want this for you too, because think about it. When you are participating in the thought, not the fact, of I'm getting older and that means things are getting worse, notice how that shows up for you. So if that's creating some sort of fear for you, like don't get older, look at the things that you do and don't do in your life. When you are worried about your body breaking down and things getting worse and more achy and whatever, you're not as likely to try out new things because we're worried. You don't try new things from a worried place. You try that from a place of inspiration. And what else is you feel resigned. Feel like at the effect of your body instead of the creator role. I look at what I do now and my life is completely different than it was 5 years ago. And that 5 years ago was almost to the day since I had my transplant. It was 5 years ago. It took me a while to heal, but even 3 years ago to today, I'm like, I'm getting up and getting all of my, because I want to, having fun with all of these exercise classes, going on, almost 20-mile bike rides with my friends, doing these things because I believe that my body is getting healthier and happier and that I'm healing, which if you're on the YouTube, you can see that's what I have written in the back right here on the board is happy, healthy, and healed. And that is what I want for you in this upcoming year. If you have been feeling like, I just don't know where to start, I know that I could feel better in my body, but I don't really understand what to do, this is what coaching can help you do. It can help you to feel grounded and healthy in your body again. Healthy is a mindset. Healthy is a thought. Healthy is an emotion. There's so much complications that if you have had health diagnoses, all sorts of things going on with your body, you probably have a complicated relationship with the word healthy. And feeling happy again, sometimes it doesn't feel like it's possible because of losing faith in what you think the future holds for you. And there's so many symptoms that come up in our bodies due to dysregulated nervous system states. There's some things that, yes, you're going to have to deal with for the rest of your life, health-wise. But there's a lot that actually can be healed by regulating a misfiring nervous system, okay? So these are the things that I want for you. So if you've ever been curious about what does Shelby do? How can she help me? I know that I have a chronic illness or I have some chronic pain or I have chronic fatigue. And I know she kind of talks about what it is that she does, but I don't really get it. Let's dive in. Let's get together. I will walk you through my process for how to get your energy back, how to feel happy in your life again, how to feel healthy, and how to heal neuroplastic symptoms. Some of the stuff you're going to have to take to the doctor and they will help you figure it out. But there's a lot of things doctors will tell you has an emotional component to it. And they kind of leave you up a creek. This is where coaching can bridge the gap. If there's something that's just weird that keeps happening, especially fatigue, that is something that can be healed through a regulated nervous system. Okay? So I hope that you all have an incredible week, and I hope that maybe you have had a tiny switch in your level of looking forward to getting older. It is a gift to get older. And yeah, bodies are going to have some things happen to them. I get that. That is part of the cycle. But there's so much health that is available to you. I have watched, I've talked about her before. I've watched a kidney transplant recipient who's 74 become a bodybuilder. There is never a time that it's too late and you've gone too far and there's nothing left for you to do. I have coaching clients that are in their 70s that are seeing incredible gains. If you are in your 20s, 30s, I mean, you just imagine what the next 10, 20, some of you 50 or even 70 years from now. Like, notice how your whole life could be shaped differently if you were able to relate to your body, your diagnosis, your symptoms, all of that differently through coaching, through understanding yourself at a deeper level. That's what coaching can do for you. All right, I will talk to you next week. Have an incredible day. Bye-bye.